The word perfection is something we aspire for, but we will never do it. I'm cooking to tell a story, which I couldn't tell before, and it's my Billy Elliot, it's my dance, it's my ballet. When I discovered cooking in its purest form, it set me free. The name Down to Earth, Jordnær.
It can mean a lot of things, but here it's more like how people look at Eric and I as persons, so being grounded.
Actually a name we were gifted by the forager called Roland Rittman. His house in Anderslöv in Sweden is a rebuilt cow stable named Jordnær since 1976. Tina and I, we went there just prior to opening the restaurant. Tina was pregnant with our first kid between the two of us. No, we know the name of our daughter, what it's gonna be. Like Emma Sofia, it's easy, but what do you call your restaurant? He said, hey, how about taking the name Jordnær? We're gonna make our signature snack. Lobster crustade, we have the Danish black lobster, just lightly poached. Then I'm gonna dice it up. You see, we keep the cuisson like good amount of cru. We have our chives. This is not rate my chives, but we're still gonna put a little bit of effort into it. Then we have the Sansho pepper paste, like a kosho made with Sansho pepper, a Yuzu skin, like a Yuzu kosho, but Sansho kosho. So it's quite intense, but still very big profile of the dish itself. Yeah, seasoned with a little bit of salt, not too much. So then we're just gonna stir it up, and then we taste it, of course. And then inside the crustade, take the crustade. Classic beer batter. We made an emulsion from Yuzu, fresh Yuzu juice from Yuzu from Koshi in Japan. On top of that, we have like we call it a sham ponzu gel with 7 citrus fruits going inside here. We fill the crustade, fill it good, like stamp it a little bit with the spoon here, or just. Then on top we have a trout roe, cured with a little bit of a calamansi juice, where we also have a gel here, and umeshu, like sweet plum sake. Happy with this. Then we're gonna take a little bit of the calamansi juice, which we have jellified, just also in a speak. Gonna season around with the umeshu on the roe, just to bring up the curing. On top of that, a small nest of fried shiro kombu. This is the white kombu from Japan. Finish it off. We have the young Sansho leaf called the kinoma. Kinoma is like the Japanese spiked ash trees leaf in the Sansho family. We're using the young leaves here, which is super fragile as well and super fragrant. The other snack I'm going to present to you guys is going to be our tuna tartlet with madrapa tuna, a little bit of rice flour tartlet colored in with bintuchan charcoal, and then topped with Kaluga caviar from Maison Caviar. It's a steady good. It's like a steady snack in the menu. It's the equivalent to the cheeseburger, just in a gourmet world. So it's pretty good. This is the bintuchan charcoal rice flour tartlet. It's like a dumpling dough, crispy, very light. We season it up, a little bit of Okinawa sea salt. Then we have Mitsubishi soy, barrel aged for 3 years. This is considered, in my world at least, the world's best soy. This wasabi oil made from the stem and roasted mustard seeds. A generous amount on here as well. Then we're just gonna mix it up a little bit here, like marinade, before adding the pitwood yoga. We had the soy emulsion, just an egg-based emulsion, whisked in with the same soy, the Mitsubishi soy, without like over. We still want to keep it in the chunks we cut it, yeah, like a little bit bite for the guests. Okay. And you see, this is purebred, the Darikuts Husu, also known as the real Kaluga caviar. So we're gonna top up very generously with a little bit of this beautiful caviar, just like Jordnær salt, we call this, okay? So we're gonna put it on top, like nice chunky amount, around 14 grams. So the wasabi, if we apply too much pressure to the wasabi, it's gonna oxidize. So here we have the wasabi root, and then we're just gonna apply its own pressure. You've seen it around so many restaurants. You can say that this is my admiration for the greater chefs when we started the restaurant, because we all stand on the shoulders of greater chefs before us. That's my hopes and dreams for the future, that we can have a culture in the industry where instead of like beating each other, we can embrace each other and be proud of being inspirations to each other. We are not putting anything inside this restaurant which is not coming from a sustainable source. If we don't take care of the sea, who's going to take care of it? One of the most proud moments of my life was gaining 3 Michelin stars, for sure. But if that defines my journey, then it's more about me and not so much about why I'm cooking. Today we are cooking my turbot dish. We always, if possible, have turbot on the menu. Just a little bit of salt, sherry vinegar, a little bit of sugar. We're just gonna cook this down a little bit longer. Then we have vin jaune, like the oxidized wine from Jordnær. Because we're foaming it, we add a little bit of a Danish cream to it. It goes without saying, everything here is coming from a sustainable source or organic. Then Danish salted butter from a place called Åbybro. It's very hard to say when you're British. Try to say it. Åbybro Mejeri. Whisk it in, but we use a bar mix. It's frothy like this. So no, normally you would add more butter, Trying to balance your stuff, then you don't need to put any gum or any stupid shit inside. This is like a fumé and a truffle sauce. It's with a little bit of sakura vinegar inside. Then we heat it up. We add a little bit of chopped truffles and ramson capers into this, and that's the truffle sauce for the turbot. This is pickled winter truffles. This we're gonna wrap the turbot in after I fasted. We took off the turbot fillet from the bone. First we have aged it for 4 days. After taking it off, we brine it in 10% salt brine. Then we wrap it in fish paper, leave it overnight. This is a fillet, salted all the way through, just trimmed so it has the right shape. All the trimmings are here in a piping bag as a farce. It's 700 fish, 600 cream, 20 grams of salt. Spun, passed through a fine mesh sieve, like a drum sieve, and then folded in with a little bit of chopped thyme, lemon zest, and some truffles, fresh truffles. Just like yummy, it's like a stracciatella just for fish. Just dusted a little bit of like cornstarch because the truffles are pickled, the fish. Then we just wrap our truffles around. It's perfect. It's just perfect. And this is basically it. So now it's going to go in the oven. We cook it at low temperature for quite some time, 46 degrees Celsius, for until it's done, as we say. Until it's done. You know, we have wrapped it in a plastic because that's how it is. Because how can we keep the shape and bake it without getting the moist in? You know, we cannot poach it without getting it to touch water then. So we need to protect it. And this is one of the issues I have with what we do in the industry, in general, in the world. Yeah, we can be better at many things, but for sure that is one thing I think the industry needs to wrap its head around and then get to and find a solution for. So now we have the turbot just coming out of the oven, nice and warm, keeping the rainbow shape. We have freshly squeezed Piedmontese hazelnuts, the oil from them. Just brush it on top of the fish a little bit here. Then we have to put it on the plate. Put a little bit off center here, because then we're gonna take the truffle puree like this, just to build the salad in. You know, so we have these onion flowers, wild watercress, a little bit of nasturtium, a little bit of mizuna from our good organic producer. The first like cabbage that grows in the cold here in Denmark. One of them at least. So we're gonna build a small little salad of these. Just gonna form the sauce and then we're ready to go. I used to live on the dark side of the moon. I've seen everything. I've been fortunate to be blessed with meeting my wife. Tina looked at me and said, "Oh, you need to do something. What do you want to do?" And I said, "Let's open a restaurant."
You will never get anywhere if you don't take a chance. Chefs, they have to be a bit narcissistic and they have to be like big thinkers, like most artists are. You can be a chef and you can produce food to be eaten, but then you can also create an art piece.
This is the sauce vin jaune on top. So here you have our dry aged turbot, farced with its own filet, truffles, a little bit of a winter salad, sauce vin jaune. Please enjoy. Follow your heart. You follow love. Trust your instinct. I followed my heart, I found out, because my heart belongs to Tina. She installed it in me, like the understanding of who I am as a human being. The guest is the center stage.
We created this restaurant in an ambience that we love to have ourselves or to receive ourselves. The most important thing is to feel comfortable.
I'm actually going to do 2 desserts for you. 2 versions of the same dessert. We're having our milk and honey, which is iconic. I removed it from the menu. Then I started having guests coming in. They demanded next time they came to taste this dessert because it's been all over the world. Erik Vildgaard, Restaurant Jordnær Denmark. Hope you enjoyed part 1. Stick around for part 2. Please like and subscribe. Staff Canteen.